All right, let's jump right in. So many of us have this goal, right? To really master the core of English vocabulary, and to do it in just 1 month. We're talking about building that solid foundation, the one that takes you from absolute beginner to actually holding a conversation, and fast.
So, you've probably heard this magic number being tossed around, haven't you? A lot of language learning resources point to this idea that you just need about 1,000 words and boom, you've unlocked everyday conversation. So, okay, let's use that as our starting point. Our target? 1,000 words.
But is it really that simple? How many words do you truly need? Well, the answer, as it turns out, is way more complicated and honestly a lot more interesting than you'd think. It's not just about hitting some number, it's about what that number actually means.
Okay, so let's start by looking at what the experts have to say about this, because honestly, this is where things start to get, well, a little blurry. And you'll see pretty quickly why just chasing a number doesn't give you the whole picture. And yeah, right away you can see the issue, can't you? I mean, look at this. The variation is just huge. We're talking about the same beginner A1 level, but one study says you need maybe 300 active words, while another says you need up to 1,500. That is a massive difference. So, what gives? Which one is right?
Well, a big part of why everyone disagrees comes down to this one key difference: active versus passive vocabulary. Think about it. Your active vocab, those are the words you can just pull out of your head and use in a sentence, no problem. But your passive vocab, those are the words you recognize when you see them or hear them, but you might struggle to use them yourself. And yeah, you guessed it, different studies count these in totally different ways.
And there's another thing. It's not even just about individual words. A lot of these studies are actually counting lemmas, or what you can think of as word families. So a lemma is just the basic dictionary form of a word, right? So if you learn the word go, you're actually getting credit for goes, going, and went too. See? All of a sudden, those really big numbers start to look a whole lot less scary.
Okay, so we know it's way more complicated than just one magic number. So where does that leave us? Where do we even begin? We start with a plan. A clear, structured plan. Let's just forget all the debate for a second and focus on what we can actually do. It's time to build that blueprint, right now.
All right, a really good 30-day plan breaks the whole month down into these manageable, themed chunks. Think of it like weekly missions. We're going to focus on a mix of grammar, new vocab, and how to actually use it. So you start with the super basics, saying hi, numbers, colors. Then you build up to talking about your day, what you're doing, and how you feel. And that last part, days 21 to 30, that is all about practice and review. And trust me, that part is absolutely crucial.
And here's what a typical day could look like. You've got to have a balance between pure study and actually using the stuff, right? This is how you make sure you're not just memorizing lists, but you understand how the language works. So, maybe an hour on a new grammar idea. Then, a focused 30 minutes on 10 new words, but in sentences. Then, maybe 20 minutes of reading something simple. And you finish it all off with a quick 10-minute review. See? That's a solid, doable routine you can stick to.
But look, having a plan is great. It's half the battle, but it's not enough. If we want to make these new words actually stick in your brain for good, we need to bring in the big guns. We need the single most effective technique that cognitive science has to offer.
And that tool is called spaced repetition. You might have heard it called SR. Now, the idea is brilliant in its simplicity. Instead of just cramming for hours, you review a word or a concept at the exact moment your brain is about to forget it. And every time you do that, the memory gets stronger and stronger.
And this shows the difference perfectly. There was this study on English learners, and they split them into two groups. One group used old-school cramming, just repeating stuff over and over. The other group used spaced repetition. Now, right after studying, on the first test, the crammers did okay. But then they tested them again a month later, and the crammers, they'd forgotten a ton. But the spaced repetition group, their recall was amazing, way better. They didn't just learn the words for a test, they actually retained them.
So the big question is, how do you actually do this? Well, let's just copy what the pros do, what experienced language learners do. They suggest these 4 simple things to really supercharge your learning. First up, use pictures instead of just translating a word. Connect the word to an image in your head. Second, and this one's huge, always put a new word into an example sentence. Context is everything. Third, read those sentences out loud. Get your mouth and your ears used to the sounds. And finally, here's the best part. Just use an app. Something like Anki will do all the hard work of scheduling the repetitions for you. It's like having a personal memory coach.
Okay, so we've got a plan, we've got a technique, that's awesome. But there's a really crucial point we need to remember here. The whole goal of learning all this vocabulary, it's not just about collecting words like stamps.
I saw this quote in a language learning forum and it just nails it. It said, it's less about how many words and more about what you can do with those words. And that's it right there. I mean, what's the point of knowing 1,000 words if you can't use them to actually talk to someone or share an idea?
Think about it like this. Your vocabulary words are the bricks. They're the building blocks. But you still need the mortar, the grammar, the context, and you need the skill to actually put those bricks together to build a house. The goal is to build something, not just stand there admiring your pile of bricks.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you, right now, as you're getting ready to start? Let's pull everything we've just talked about into one clear, simple action plan. Your first step. All right, here it is, your roadmap to success. Let's just quickly recap the main takeaways. First, set a SMART goal. Don't learn random words. Start with a list of the most common ones. Second, get a plan and stick to it, like that 30-day schedule we looked at. Third, learn SMART. Use spaced repetition so you don't forget everything. Fourth, make it real. Put every single new word into a sentence that you actually care about. And finally, number 5, always remember what the real goal is. It's not about collecting words, it's about communication. So there you have it. You have the map. And the journey from 0 to 1,000 words, it doesn't really start with counting to what. It starts with a simple decision to begin. The commitment to say something new. The only real question left is, what are you going to say first?